Welcome back to the Late Night Gamer and a short unboxing video of the Dunwich Legacy expansion for the Arkham Horror card game. So, as you may know, I am a huge fan of Arkham Horror, the board game, and on my channel I play the game with all the expansions included. And that's actually manageable without too much fiddling with all the components and stuff. I have a special setup. Well, that wasn't really the intention of this movie, this film, to talk about the Arkham Horror the board game, but because I'm such a big fan of Arkham Horror, I also acquired immediately Arkham Horror the card game as soon as I could get my hands on it, and I just decided after one playthrough that I would get the expansions when they came out. So the Dunwich Legacy has come out. So now I get to open it, which is fantastic. I'm not going to go through all the cards because there are spoilers and stuff, and there are many unboxing videos on the net already. I just want to do this for myself mainly. So let's try to remove the shrink. One thing I'm not too fond about when it comes to Arkham Horror the card game is really the size of the boxes. This is a small box, and also the main game is in a small box, which makes it hard to organize the cards. So I wish they could have a little bit of a bigger box, and I wouldn't mind thicker cards either. I haven't played Arkham Horror, the card game, the original scenarios. I'm still trying on scenario 1, and I'm only playing on hard because that's Arkham Horror, so it will maybe take a while. Okay, so we flip. There's no lid. It's sort of a. You have to open it on the side here. Get some cards. Well, there's no harm looking at the investigators. I don't know their names by heart, so just have to look. Well, this is Ashcan Pete for sure. Well, yeah. And of course there should be some instructions, and there are. Well, this is a commercial, so. Right, so instructions. Okay, good. So there are instructions. Yeah, I'm not going to go through all of these because it may be spoilers. But I would like to have a look here. Yeah, the campaign consists of a prologue, and from what I understand, it is that when there are circles, the player has some choices to make. So I'm guessing in the prologue, I get to choose the order of the scenarios. Extracurricular activity, and the host always wins, or the other way around. Then we get into Armitage Fate, and this is the first, what do you call that? The first cards in the cycle. Yeah, so first expansion, if you like, to Dunwich expansion, which I haven't got. It's not released yet, I think. The Miskatonic Museum. Then the Excess County Express and Blood on the Altar are also expansions, and then we get into something called the Survivors. I don't know how that works, but there seems to be some options here. Before we go into the Undimensional and Unseen, which is the last expansion. Or maybe it's not the last, there are some other ones here as well before we go to the epilogue of the campaign. So it's quite a long campaign, it seems, with many planned expansions here, so that's great. I do want to have a look on the investigator cards, so this should be safe to open this deck with this back, and these are locations. Yep, and so I won't open these until I play. From the original set, I'm still trying to figure out which investigators I want to play with, and combination of them. So so maybe I will mix in some of these guys instead and start with them. If that's allowed, I'm not sure. Okay, there are some assets here for the Guardian. I haven't seen this before. So these are both taunt cards, but one is a level 2 card and another one is a level 0 card. Yeah, and this upgraded taunt is a little bit more powerful. Jenny Barnes, she has twin 45s. Interesting. Yeah, she has her guns. Searching for Izzy, yeah, that's part of her story. Jim has his trumpet, which is good. Soothe your souls, heal your horror, actually. Nice, he can play his trumpet. And he has a treachery card here, Final Rhapsody. Yeah, that's not good. A lot of chaos tokens comes up with the Final Rhapsody. Guess something goes wrong when he plays the trumpet. We have Duke. That's nice. This is Ashken Pete's ally, Loyal Hound. You can attack with him. Good. And you can investigate. That's nice. Okay, so I found the guys. Finally. Jenny Barnes. Average character in all skills. But she's a drifter, so she gets more resources. Yeah, that's interesting. And from the richer she is, the better the effect of her investigations and skill tests are. If you draw a Elder Sign symbol out of the bag. That's very interesting. So money, she's all about the money. Yep, we have the musician Jim Culver. Oh, that's interesting. A skull gives a 0 modifier, so he's actually better the harder it gets. Interesting, this Elder Sign effect he has. If he reveals an Elder Sign, you may choose to treat it as a skull, which means that the effect is 0, and you get a +1. Interesting, very strange. I don't know how that works, how well it works. Good old Ashcan, he's one of the classic characters, I think, one of the heroes also from Arkham Horror, the board game. He begins with Duke, and he has a... Is this action? That's interesting. He has a fast ability here, so he can throw away a card and ready an asset. And he readies Duke if he pulls out an Elder Sign and get a +2. That's interesting. Interplay with Duke, love that. Okay, Reporter, Rex Murphy. Reaction, when I succeed a skill test with 2 or more, he also discovers a clue. So, okay, so if he's super quick or super smart in his tests, then he has this reporter ability, so he will discover a clue. And I can choose to fail a skill test if I draw an Elder Sign and get 3 cards. Okay, so he likes cards. Zoe Samaras, she's a chef. Okay. And a reaction ability, she's a hunter. A believer and a hunter. Interesting. So when she is engaged with an enemy, she gets a resource, so she likes to fight. And if she pulls out the Elder Sign, it's a +1. And if this is during an attack, you get to deal 1 extra damage. So she is a fighter for fighting ability. Okay, so I'm not going to go through more of these cards. As I said, there are gazillions of videos on the net already talking about this game, but I'm looking forward to playing with these characters. I don't know how many I can build at a time with this deck. 1 for each class, it seems. 1 character for each class. Okay, so until next time, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.